bunch of youths, which appear, as far as I can see, all to be African Americans, the ones we saw. Maybe the cops busted up a block party or something. Anyway, more than 300 people entered this store and destroyed the security system as well as some merchandise. So let's see what the Conservative Treehouse says about this. Curious what the community, and not really curious what Sundance Cracker says. More the, there we go, oops. Encoding a video, it's a little choppy. Okay. A bunch of mini Obamas. Interesting. Because they're all black, I guess. I get it. You know what they also were all, I'll bet? Poor. I'll bet they were all not Rhodes Scholars. This next guy's, not to be Captain Obvious, but isn't that 100% black crowd tossing that store? Sorry, my bad. We aren't supposed to talk about that 600-pound elephant. My sincerest apologies. Have you ever noticed how conservatives spend a lot of time talking about the things they say that they're not allowed to talk about? It's weird. Yeah, I mean, I could show you an all-white riot, but you just have to go to some place where they have white ghettos. They all look like Obama's children, right? Except for he was, you know, more the Rhodes Scholar type. It's a sign of things to come. You guys, this coming race where you keep talking about it. And the thing is, if it comes, it's like, if you study history, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of big kind of conflicts in history. History kind of gets past them. It's not like these guys are Christians and they're like, you think they're talking about the apocalypse or something. And Spartacus took, what, 40,000 slaves and kicks the Romans' ass until the army got back. I mean, there's some big shits happen in history. You guys are just waiting for the race where mostly just big talk, mostly just wimps that would never fight. So they're not the kind of people. But they're trying to raise those kids and take their schizophrenic members and get them all humped up. And I hope that doesn't happen. But I am prepared for it because, you know, it happens in history. These people sometimes go crazy and, you know, pogrom time. Sadly, yes, I agree. Obama and his Marxist minions and press wars have created such racial tensions so that they can capitalize on it as another get whitey moment for blacks. Yeah, that's what that's what's making the world turn, Zerk Mike. Is blacks just want to get white. Become a president. That does nothing for them. I just want to get whitey. I don't care about the country. I only learned economics in law school so I could get whitey. If there's one thing people that think about getting whitey do all the time, it's law school. Oh, I'm sorry, there are a few lawyers, but, you know, you'll have to prove they say get whitey. Never heard that one. You're seeing black people, and there's Michelle C. is a piece of work. I'm starting to get to know these people. I'm scanning them without interacting. It's very interesting. It's a different process. It's more passive. But you learn more because you get to see them hugging each other and filleting one another and whatnot. And it kind of shows you what the interrelation is. Whereas if you go in and talk to them, then it all gets confused. Oh, with free government cell phones, of course. Let's throw that in. Weed. Stoner. Barika Fudd. This is exactly why progs want gun control and hate SYG laws. But I'm a progressive. I believe in gun regulation. I don't hate SYG laws, but I thought we pretty much always had self-defense. If this was my store and I shot someone, to be legally justified, but if I'm unarmed, all I could do is watch my life's work get taken away by a bunch of fools. I would have used a gun to get people out of that store, probably. No, that many people, probably not a good idea. So I'm sorry. Cut the bravado on that one. I guess I would call the cops. Funny thing is, I guess somebody was saying there's a cop substation. It's the very same place, but anyway. Bunch of thieves. You'd think so. Oh, this is great. Just putting this out there, one of the Walmart stores I go to recently began to sell firearms again. This is a double-edged sword right there. Yeah, no shit. I live less than 2 miles from here. As the talk swirls about GZ rights, this terrifies me. My neighborhood is a small pocket of retired cops and firemen. We're all excellent shots. Oh, my God. They're a bunch of animals. Zurich has a funny. I'd say something like, don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes, but I think that's a racist statement, isn't it? Oh, God. You guys are so funny. Wee Weed Stoner says racist. That's what they like to call it, racist. And Regina Zoo says Elmel. And Borika Fuda, or Borika Fud, or Brika Uafud. Is this what Z's racist mom meant by not liking people that don't act white? Let me further elaborate on the event. There's security cameras all over the roof. Oh, this is the person that said there was a police substation in there. Yeah. Wow, London redo, or the occupiers in San Fran where the cops ran away. It's because of the Trayvon case. Look, this guy knows. Grizz knows. You think the cops aren't following the Trayvon case and all the race baiting that has occurred before when black youth aren't handled with kid gloves? You know, what's the world coming to when you can't kill an unarmed black kid in the dark and then suddenly you have to let 300 black kids destroy your Walmart? What the hell kind of a decision is that? That is just an untenable position to be put in. See how proud of themselves they were, all of them filming each other? Bet not a single one was arrested. Civil rights activists in training. Yeah, I do see how proud. Yeah, you're real knowledgeable. Especially since you guys are all becoming activists. Irony. Duda days. Stoner. What we have here is the black millennial generation. These kids actually think that they're doing is okay. The black millennial generation. White kids don't think like this, I guess, in this day and age. The result of training by the progs. The next step is justifiable terrorism and robbery. Unless captured and re-educated, their hopeless waste cases will never be able to fend for themselves. Products of progressive vote farms, similar in thinking to herds of cattle. Community organizing at its finest art. Yeah, what you saw in that video was just a bunch of voters, huh? Fucking moron. Captured and re-educated? Sorry, I'd shoot to kill. I'm tired of this crap, Zurex Mike said. Yeah. And then this guy says, come on, ZM, captured and re-educated sounds so much like trap, snip, and release. Is that trap? Is that sterilization? Is that what he's talking about? Because these people thought that was funny. Ouch, one says, ha ha ha. And Zurich is like, oh my god, I'm still laughing at snap, snip, and release. Oh, me too. Wee Weed Stoner. If only. Kaioza Ninja says, I know how. In another life I did just that. Okay, that's like, okay. I think that sounds like a confession of some sort. Okay. Guys, gentlemen, where did everyone go? Putting down the shiny scalpel and walking away, whistling. Oh my god. It's like a serial murderer or something. And then we got smiley face, because that's so funny. They really love this sterilize the blacks joke. And then, okay, it's all about Trayvon, of course, because he's black. They all think No Limit Nigga's Twitter feed was normal teen stuff. Disgusting. Now, I think that it was corrupted, and it's a mix of real and totally bullshit, photoshopping and whatnot. That is way over your head, dude. Okay, Roger Angle. Please tell me those aren't... Oh, this is another one. Let's talk about if these guys are racist or not. Okay, Roger Angle. Please tell me those aren't watermelons in the bin next to the front door. Yes, Roger, that is watermelons. Welcome to Jacksonville. Disgusted. So what? Say what? Watermelon? That's disgusting watermelons? Watermelons are fucking awesome. What are you talking about? This is clearly Walmart's... You're conservalicious. This is clearly Walmart's fault. Putting those watermelons at the front door was like baiting these innocent youths. Ha ha. I thought this was a funny one. One, it's so outdated. It's obviously nothing I've ever seen true to it. I mean, it's like fried chicken, maybe, but the watermelon thing, I don't know. Maybe that's being poor in the South where you can go grab a watermelon right out of a watermelon. I've had friends from the South. They're like, there's watermelons everywhere. I eat the fuck out of those watermelons. We didn't even eat the bad part with the seeds. We just ate the core, threw the rest away. They just put more watermelons. Maybe it's just a poor person thing. But yeah, this is fucking racist. I don't know what the hell you call that. So they put watermelons in the front of the Walmart, and that attracted 300 black youths that trashed Walmart. And that's a joke, right? Or am I misinterpreting this? Is this a fact or something? No. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a joke. Look, oh, it is supposed to be a joke. I can tell because Regina Zoo is laughing her so hard she ruined her makeup on her cat face. You think that's what she really looks like? minute. Let's check that shit out. I don't know, buy that for a sec. Okay. Is this a real? ngravatar.com. And that's supposedly that terrible person. Interesting. Oh, well, I don't believe that. Well, I mean, obviously she's a terrible person. That part's real. Oh, and I know, you know, pretty women can be just terrible people for sure. Absolutely. It's not that. I just think, I think that's, oh, you have to sign up to see the actual. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a guy. Okay. Oh, look. Yeah, it was super funny. It was way funnier. I don't know why I had that trouble finding out that it was a joke. Our Kansas Mimi says, oh gosh, I need a screen cleaning now. She evidently came all over her screen. Oh, no. No, spittle or something. I'm sorry. That was disgusting. Okay, CT Dar, starting to recognize his name. He talks about the guy, the owner that, oh wait, no, this is a different story. It is an interesting one. Yeah. I was smart. Locked the criminal in the store and called the cops. Did this stuff kind of happen before Obama? No. This is an Obama program. Holy fuck, get your head out of your ass, shithead. Have you ever heard of the internet? Fucking let alone read a history book? Yeah. Oh, moron. Is this internet's cafe patron shot robbers? Okay, good, great. Okay, look, now, okay, let's read it. Fucking idiots. Because they're saying it's like Trayvon. Just like Trayvon. This is someone just like George shooting someone just like Trayvon. See what it was about. So, patron, thwarted, sticker. Yeah. Okay, so it's just like it, except for that Trayvon wasn't sticking anybody up. Okay, you guys are, Jesus Christ. We don't need any lobotomies. We've been lobotomized, I guess, already. We stalked them. Yeah, that's what we're saying. We're going, hey, Trayvon was almost, he was just robbing his house, armed. He shouldn't have been shot. God. Look, they just build up this false sense of outrage. You know, as opposed to me, where I don't really have an outrage, I just have a valid sense of how the fuck stupid are people going to be for thousands of years more? How long are we dealing with this? Is it just a century, like I hope, or what the fuck? They think that George Zimmerman situation is just like these videos we're seeing of somebody killing an armed robber. I don't know, maybe this is the one with the casino thing. Oh, these are Corey's homies. This is another funny thing, just because this is how stupid people are, but conservatives are really become a really good example. You know, except for the sad, depressing part in the last 10 years. Corey is incredibly conservative. She's a Republican, and she, Angela Corey, and she puts kids away for life. She's a hard ass. These guys love that kind of prosecutor. But she's part of the Black Masonic Lodge, and in this case, and she's trying to railroad poor innocent George. I mean, think of it. George's reputation versus Angela Corey. You guys are all getting idiotic. You're like, doesn't matter, she's a lawyer or a prosecutor. Yeah, you know what? It matters a little. It does. It matters a little. That's an accomplishment. You could try and fail at that. Matters a little. George Zimmerman. What the fuck is his reputation? You just have to trust him. It doesn't matter. The state has to prove that George isn't an angel, or else you have to assume he is. Angela Corey's in bed with Crump. She might be a little bit in bed with Crump in a sense, I guess, at this point. Strange bedfellows, I guarantee. Yeah, Corey was waiting to pray with them. Angela Corey was waiting for them in the parking lot to pray with them, because she prayed with the... See, she's a badass Republican. You guys, I love it when, I love crime and punishment. Like that guy that got delayed down in Texas. These Republicans that believe in crime and punishment. And that's always often what surprises, because, you know, the conservative urge, this kind of conservative that's taken over their urges, it's like they're against this. They're prosecuting somebody I support, so they're a bad person. You know, they don't get this, why people would be praising the lawyer from the other side or accepting their good reputation and stuff. They just don't get that because they're not bright enough to. And most liberals aren't either. But at least most liberals don't support torture, and that kind of bugs me. Hoping that someone would defend themselves and bring charges. Well, she hasn't been a big fan of the self-defense law, it doesn't look like. Not the first time all Greens got targeted by a mob. No, it happens every fucking Christmas, asshole. Okay. Clear proof that the NFA laws need to be abolished. There was never a situation where an MP 5K and a shoulder rig and a passel of spare magazines. Dude, that would have caused a lot more damaging results. Oh. Stop watching that Hancock movie or whatever. Obama's America, wonderful place. Yeah, Obama brought all of this upon us. How's the dope and mange working out? That's what I thought. Thanks, B. Smile. I'm not lonely. Okay, I'm Teen Mo. And wonder why I cling to my Bible and my gun. No, we know why. We know why. We know why. This wasn't a robbery. It was merely the proles upon whose backs these businesses were built, extracting reparations from their capitalist oppressors. Didn't Obama say as much just a few rants ago? Nope, you were hallucinating again. That was the voices in the head. You're off your meds. Sorry, please go see your psychologist. I got food stamps for sale. Oh, that's funny. But those people, I think we're all poor. So this makes more sense than the watermelon thing. And yet it didn't get as many laughs. You know why? Because, I don't know, it could be because it's down thread. It could be because none of this shit is funny. I don't know. Hard to tell. Lynn Pallet. And the Revs pretend that hardworking, religious, family-oriented Latinos make common cause with this crowd. Oh my God. Do you see the irony there? And you pretend that Trayvon does. You pretend that the Martins do. So this is where the Black Caucus went on their walkout. Right. Right. Because black people that get through law school and accomplish more than you'll ever accomplish, you know, they deserve to be, you know, held to the standards of a mob of African-American kids in Florida. Just like, for example, you know, the Bush family is obviously more or less a bunch of hillbillies. Well, that's a bad example in the sense that that makes more sense than I wanted it to make, you know, but, well, I think you get my point. A group of youths. Yeah, that's probably true. A youth of thugs. Angela Corey will not do squat. She only goes after people who defend themselves. Right. Like that kid she put in jail for life for killing his sister. Him. That kid was defending himself. It's a sad story, though. Had one of those Walmart workers went lock and load on a perp, she'd be seeking life on him. You want to bet? Actually, she probably would. That's a situation you need to call the police. You can't really take on a mob of 300 people. I mean, unless you got high ground or something. We need a Trayvon. It was so loud in there, if you fired again, people wouldn't even have heard it very far away. We need a Trayvon law. Anybody disguising themselves in the commission of a crime gets an extra year. Huh? Trayvon didn't commit a crime. Trayvon didn't commit any crimes. He has no record of crime. You're stupid. This wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. No, it was.